I had gone in for a short list of things, nothing complicated, and I moved through the aisles almost on autopilot, grabbing what I needed while listening to a podcast through one earbud, half aware of the people around me and fully focused on getting out as quickly as possible. When I reached the aisle with canned goods, I noticed the familiar problem that always caught my attention in this store. Items were shoved in randomly, labels turned sideways, different brands mixed together, and some cans pushed so far back they were barely visible. I paused, not because I planned to fix anything, but because I couldn't immediately find the specific brand I usually bought. And as I leaned closer to scan the shelf, I realized it was there, just hidden behind several other cans that clearly didn't belong in that section. Without really thinking about it, I moved a few cans aside, turned some labels forward, and gently rearranged the front row so I could grab what I needed, the way many people do instinctively when something is in the wrong place. I turned toward her, slightly confused, and explained that I was just looking for a specific brand and had moved a few cans out of the way, assuming that would be the end of it. Instead, her lips pressed together tightly, and she took a step closer, inspecting the shelf as if she were a store manager conducting an audit. "You're not supposed to rearrange things," she said firmly. "That's not your job." The wait felt longer than it probably was, filled with uncomfortable silence, whispered conversations from other shoppers, and the woman standing with her arms crossed, watching me like a guard, who had already decided I was guilty. When the police finally arrived, their presence immediately shifted the atmosphere, turning the grocery aisle into something tense and performative. The woman grabbed her cart and walked away without another word, avoiding eye contact, while the employee apologized to me for the inconvenience and thanked me for staying calm. I finished my shopping in a daze, replaying the incident in my head, trying to understand how such an ordinary action had been twisted into something threatening. As I checked out and stepped back into the parking lot, I realized that what lingered wasn't anger, but unease, because the situation revealed how quickly everyday behavior could be misinterpreted when someone decides to view the world through suspicion instead of context. All I had done was rearrange a few items on a store shelf to find what I needed, but to her, that was enough to involve the police. And that realization stayed with me long after the receipt was folded into my pocket and the automatic door slid shut behind me.